Shane here from Wine and Grape TV. Thank you for joining me at my home bar. More importantly, thank you for helping me bring McLaren Vale wines to the world. Today, another wine from my Taste McLaren Vale wine pack, red pack number 5. Check it out if you're looking for some good wines, some good artisan wines, but from wineries that you might not normally know of. And there's an opportunity to try one of 6 different wines as a little bit of a tasting pack. Now today I've got a Cabernet Sauvignon from Dowie Doole, the 2009 Cab Sav. There's the label. Dowie Doole has vineyards in Bullet Springs as well as on California Road. And in fact, it's right across the road from where my son goes to school at Tatachilla. So I go past that vineyard quite often as I'm wandering around. Now the interesting one for me is Cabernet Sauvignon. You probably notice I'm not a big Cabernet Sauvignon drinker. When I tried this was a wine that I really did need to do something about. Now I've just opened this wine, hasn't had time to breathe, so I'm giving it a really good swirl in the glass here before I do the wanky thing, and I'm getting some aromas coming through already. Yep, that's it. Classic blackcurrant. I know Cabernet Sauvignon, that's what it's all about. It's blackcurrant, cassis, those sort of terms are used. I find in McLaren Vale, cassis doesn't, or blackcurrant doesn't always come through in spades. This one on the nose certainly has it. The other interesting one for me is, right on the back of the nose, I'm getting a bit of mint. Now I know Cabernet Sauvignon, mintiness, peppermint patty, all those things from Coonawarra, but I don't always find it here. Definitely, right on the back of the nose there, just getting a bit of peppermint. But definitely cassis. Now let's continue with the wanky thing. Blackcurrant again, but it's not as overtly blackcurrant than what sometimes I find with Cabernet Sauvignon. What I really find interesting with McLaren Vale Cabernet, and this is a classic example of that, is classic Cabernet is what's called a donut wine. Plenty up front in the palate, plenty on the finish of the palate, but in the mid palate not much. McLaren Vale is known for its great mid palate. The wines made here have this great mid palate, very mouth-filling, very enjoyable red wines. And what I find here is there is a mid palate to Cabernet Sauvignon. So my theory behind all this, and I've spoken to a number of different winemakers, I won't say it's my theory, but I'll talk about it, is that the McLaren Vale is showing up in the Cabernet Sauvignon grapes. That it's the region that is McLaren Vale, this wonderful, wonderful region. By the way, it's a lovely day outside. I'm going to spend some time outside later enjoying the sunshine and enjoying just being in McLaren Vale. And it's obvious that these grapes enjoy being in McLaren, or the grapevines, but enjoy being in McLaren Vale too. But yeah, it soaks up something in there that gives it that wonderful mid palate. Now I'm getting that blackcurrant and all those things. I'm getting a bit of chocolatiness, getting a little bit of minty there as well. Maybe a slight bit of white pepper. Probably a little bit of cardamom in there as well. And it's just a lovely, lovely mix, a lovely mouthful there. Very, very enjoyable wine. I know some people that quite often on a Friday afternoon sit down and this is their wine of choice to drink on a Friday afternoon. For me, in terms of food, I'm thinking something there like maybe a beef Wellington or something like that. The mushrooms, the beef. Really something mouth-filling, because this is certainly a mouth-filling wine. Now this wine could certainly be put down for a few years, but as with most wines, I don't think that's going to happen too much with too much of it. And let's face it, it is a wine that can be drunk now and enjoyed immensely. And look, I've just opened it literally just now, and yep, it's opening up slightly more as we're going along. That's certainly a very, very enjoyable wine. So Dowie Doole have just set up a new cellar door. It's by appointment only, and they're doing a little flight of wines, 5 wines with a nice lovely cheese platter. I think it's $15 a head. Lovely surroundings, little vineyard leading up, going into it. It's well worth checking out on California Road. But if you like this this wine, check out Taste McLaren Vale. Currently have a tasting pack number 5. With this in it, and I certainly think it's worth checking out. So either way, hope you find some, and I hope you enjoy it. So thank you for sharing this time with me today. I've certainly enjoyed opening this lovely bottle of Cabernet and sharing it with you. Looking forward to going outside in the wonderful McLaren Vale sunshine, and I'll speak to you soon.